Hi guys, I hope that you're having a fabulous day. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with a Coach handbag unboxing, so I hope that you enjoy it. If you do, make sure and give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? I am so pumped for today's video. You don't even know, all right? You don't even know. Okay, relax, dude, relax. So, for those of you that follow me on Instagram, you already know which bag I'm going to be talking about because I did discuss it quite a bit on there. But for those of you that don't know, I have been on the hunt for a bag in this material for quite some time. And even though we're still in summertime, I'm already thinking ahead. I'm already thinking of the fall. And I think that a bag in this material would be fabulous for fall. I did have a couple of things that I wanted to check off. Number one, because of the material, I didn't want to spend a fortune. I didn't want to spend an arm and a leg just in case. I was like, you know what, I'm not really feeling it. It was like one of those things that it was better in my mind than when I actually owned the bag type of thing. Not only that, I also wanted to have some pretty good quality. I had no intention of buying this bag by any means whatsoever. Like I didn't even, the thought hadn't crossed my mind. I didn't even know about it, to be honest with you. I went into the Coach store to do our return. Do you guys remember that little heart coin purse? This guy right here, hang on. So this guy, the day after or the day that I posted the reveal video, I saw on the website that it was marked $20 less than what I purchased it at. So I was like, oh, cool. I called Coach. I was like, hey, can I get a price adjustment? They're like, no, it's been 7 days. We can't give you a price adjustment. I'm like, all right, whatever. Then I'll buy it again and then I'll just return the other one, right? So I went into the store for that. And as I was walking out, I literally stopped in my tracks when I saw this bag. I was like, oh, like my eyes started going crazy. They were like, beep, 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 beep. Like they started drooling. My mouth started drooling. Between this bag and its bigger sister, I was like, oh my God, it's perfect. It's glorious, like that type of thing, okay? So let's get into the bag, shall we? So here it is, how it came wrapped. Here it is in the dust bag. Any guesses? Any guesses? I picked up the beautiful, the absolutely stunning and ridiculously delicious Coach Empire Carryall 34 in the gorgeous suede. Look at this bag. Oh my God. It is so ridiculously perfect. Like in my eyes, I think that this is no joke. This is going to be the perfect fall bag. Like I know I haven't used it yet, but I can already tell. Like I can feel it in my bones, okay? Like I just know it's going to be fabulous for fall. But look at this bag. It smells fantastic. It smells absolutely fantastic. But the reason why I stopped dead in my tracks was not only because it was suede, but I really absolutely love this silhouette. Now the whole east-west, sometimes I'm all about it. Other times I'm like, dude, that's a little too much. I think this is absolute perfection. Now the Carryall, the Empire Carryall is also available in regular leather. So you can go for that if you're not a fan of the suede, but it has a great price point. It comes in at $450. And like I said, I didn't want to spend a fortune and I still wanted to get that good quality suede. And this absolutely has that good quality suede. It's very thick. And usually when you have that type of price point, a lot of companies end up kind of cutting corners and they have some really, really thin type of suede, some really thin material. This is not thin at all. Like this feels substantial. This feels like, oh my God, this feels amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so let me give you guys a really quick tour of it. I'm going to scoop back a little bit so you can see it in all of its glory. So it is 13.5 inches in length. It is 6.25 inches in height and 4.75 inches in depth. And the handle drop is 9 inches. On the front side, you just have the very simple Coach, and it says New York on here. I like that it's not too oversized, even though I do like the oversized look on a lot of my bags. I like that this is a little bit more tame. So you have that. You also have the suede hang tag. How fabulous is that? So there's the front side. On the side view, you do have a gusset, which we will talk about in just a second. There is a back view. There are no exterior pockets, no zippers. another side view, and you also have 4 feet along the bottom, and the feet also have Coach engraved on the hardware, which I think is really nice. So I love that it has feet because of the material. You also have these dual handles, and I really like the strap drop that you have here because it's not too small. So I think that this would be perfect to wear with like a thicker sweater or even a jacket. You have a little bit more clearance on your arm, so I think that's wonderful. So anyways, you have that. Okay, and then to open it up, you do have a zipper closure. And oh, I still have this caca in here. Give me a second. Give me just a moment. All right, so on the inside, you have one open compartment. Look at how spacious that is. You can see everything at a glance. Love that. I don't know why I'm yelling. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm yelling. Relax. You do have one slip pocket, and of course you have the story tag there. Now remember how I said you do have these little gussets on the side? You actually have a buckle on the inside of the bag. Now I don't have the Empire, and it wasn't until recently that I got a chance to play around with the classic Empire. So this is all new to me. But I saw that you have the buckles on the inside, so that way you can make the bag a little bit wider. So I love that. And you do have, I think you have 2 or 3 adjustments if I'm not mistaken. So you can see one little adjustment there, and then you have the other ones here. While I was playing around with it at the store, I felt like it was a little bit fussy to kind of get the buckles, you know, into the adjustment that I want. But once you set it at that adjustment, I don't see why you would have to go back and forth with moving it around, you know. So like I said, I did find it to be a little bit fussy. But you do have this brown microfiber on the interior, and you also have a lanyard that you can use for your keys or for like a bag charm or what have you. And this also has Coach engraved on the hardware there. So I love that. And the zipper, you actually have a little tab that you would assume would stick out, but I don't like tabs that stick out, so you can actually just kind of pop it in there, and you're still going to be able to open and close your bag without any issues. But look at the zipper. Look at the zipper. Smooth. It's like butter, baby. I love this east-west design. I like that it's not this super tall bag. The whole north-south design sometimes bothers me. Sometimes I find it's just a little too much, but this one is absolutely user-friendly because of that. And what really sealed the deal for me, I was carrying my, what was I carrying? My Neverfull MM in the denim. I literally put everything that I had in that bag in this bag, and I was still able to close it up. I didn't have any lumps and bumps or anything like that. So it fits a lot more than you might think. Like, you might think it's really short and maybe it's going to be, you know, it's not going to have enough space for your stuff. I promise you it's going to have enough room for all of your stuff. Of course, you're not going to go for the taller cosmetic pouches or anything like that, but everything else fits in here fabulously. And I will show you guys in just a minute what I can fit in here. Because of these straps, if I felt like, what if these end up rolling off of my shoulder? Because they are suede, they literally like stay in place. Like, they're not gonna move. It's like those, I actually have those hangers. My husband hates them, but you know those hangers that have like that velvety stuff and your clothes isn't going anywhere when you hang it up? It's kind of like that. Like this bag, I do not anticipate it rolling off of my shoulder at all, which I am all about. Now let me show you guys what it looks like on my body frame. For reference, I am 5'5". I love that you can use this as a shoulder bag. I like that you can use it as a hand carry bag or on the crook of your arm, and it's not too long either. So I mean, this is perfection. Look at this. I love moving the suede over just to see that. You are prone to seeing scratches as well, so if you accidentally scratch the bag, you might be able to get the scratch out if you kind of do this, but you can always use a little brush. Suede, you don't want to use it in heavy rain. You can Scotch guard it, and sometimes, even though it's very durable, and the more that you use it, the softer it'll get, which I think is great as well. Sometimes it might end up getting like little bald spots if it ends up rubbing on one area, you know, over and over and over again. So I also wanted to throw that out there just in case. But besides that, I'm really tempted to Scotch guard this bag because of how I want to use it this fall. So that way, if it does rain, if I am caught in the rain with it, I'm gonna be okay, because if you wear any suede, it doesn't have to be a bag, any suede at all in the rain, it's totally ruined. So I feel like this might be the first bag that I actually treat because I want it to stay looking like I can't stop touching it. Look at the thickness. I am so impressed. I am ridiculously impressed, because I did buy another bag from another brand and it was a little bit more expensive than this, and it was flimsy. It didn't smell anywhere near as good as this does, and I was like, it just doesn't feel like what I want. This checks off every single mark that I have. It's awesome. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to show you guys what it fits, because like I said, it fits more than you might think. And even when you open up these little gussets here, I don't find that these little holes on the side are too big to where your items might fall out. If you have like loose lipsticks, and maybe you're kind of like lean over or something, a lipstick might fall out of there. I don't see that happening, but I just wanted to mention it just in case. This gap here does not bother me whatsoever. I have the bag fully loaded, and before I show you what I have inside, I wanted to show you that you don't see any gnarly lumps and bumps. And with everything that I have going on inside of this bag, you would think that you would see all of these lumps and bumps, that you would see a silhouette of some of the items that I'm carrying in here, but you clearly don't. And that's really because of the material. This material gives you a little bit more play with what it is that you want to carry inside of your bag. You don't have to worry that it's too stiff and it's too restricting. And if you were to overstuff it, that you'd be able to see those gnarly lumps and bumps, because clearly you don't. All you're going to be able to see is this fabulous suede. Okay, so as far as what I have going on inside, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Peep it out. Look at that. That is a whole lot of stuff. Now remember, I do have it on the widest setting. So if you did want it to be a little bit more slender, all you would have to do is to cinch it in. Personally, I like it on its widest setting because I'm able to fit, everything and the kitchen sink. I can clearly fit a few more items in here if I wanted to. Plus, I'm still able to zip it up with ease. I'm able to open it up with ease. And that is amazing. I wanted to show you guys also that I do have the mini pochette in here, and this is the tallest small leather good that I have. But as you guys can see, I still have quite a bit of clearance from where the mini pochette ends and where the zipper starts. So you don't have to worry that it's going to get caught or anything like that. All right, so as far as what I have going on in here, I have the Louis Vuitton sunglass case in the size. I have quite a bit of Louis Vuitton going on in here, don't I? That was not by design. I was just trying to throw stuff in here. Okay, then I have the mini pochette. I have the key pouch in the size small. I have one lip balm. My phone, remember my phone is ancient. Now I am able to fit the phone case in here. Of course, if I wanted to go caseless, I think it would be a little bit better, but I am able to fit that in there, so that's nice. I have another lip product. I have my fragrance. I also have the round coin purse, the 6-ring key holder, my photo album, the key pouch OG, a mirror, and the lotion, or a lotion. And that's all she wrote. That is a lot of stuff in one little bag. I like that it fits comfortably. I'm able to see everything at a glance, and it doesn't feel like it's too much in there either, So I'm impressed. I am absolutely impressed. I am so excited about this. This is like, I knew I had an idea of a suede bag in my mind. I just didn't know. Like every time I saw one or I bought one, I'm like, no, that's not it. This isn't it. I don't like this style. But the moment that I saw it, I was like, that's it. I just knew it, it instantly. I was like, that's it. Now I know that there are a lot of luxury fashion houses that have bags that are extremely similar to this. Prada has one, Miu Miu has one, but I think that the differences with this one, I feel like really make it more user-friendly for myself. And again, how I see myself using this bag as an everyday bag, that to me, this was an absolute no-brainer. And the material, once again, I love the thickness of this suede. You can feel the quality. I absolutely adore this silhouette. The whole east-west design is 1,000 times better than I anticipated. I like that I can see everything at a glance. I like that you have a little bit of an adjustment if you wanted to make it a little bit of a wider bag. And even when it is still wider, you can still zip it up without any issues as well. I also wanted to mention that. And yeah, it might not be the most user-friendly in the sense of the material. You have to be a little bit more careful to a certain extent. Or if you wanted to Scotch guard it, you could have a little bit more freedom with it. But I personally feel like the pros outweigh the cons. I know that a lot of people would think that the suede is a major con for this bag. For me, it is not. It is actually the cherry on top because, as I said in the beginning, I have been looking for the perfect suede bag, and I honestly think that I found it with this one. Like, I'm in love. I am absolutely in love. I also want to show you guys these guys that I picked up. I actually had some hang tags personalized. So the first one, I was inspired by my fabulous friend Leslie. So I decided to get my handle on there. Normally I would never ever do this. I think the only time I have added Minks for All to anything has actually been I engraved it on a Louis Vuitton metal tag. But besides that, I always have my name or an M. But I really like this, and I really like it with this bag. And I decided to go for it in black because I think it's a really nice contrast up against this suede, especially because you do have the darker varnish around, you know, on the edge of the trim of the bag or the edge of the bag. So I thought that this would look amazing. Of course, you cannot hot stamp the suede one because no, you don't want to do that. So I think that these two here will look really cute. Again, this is something that I would normally not do, but I was all about it. I was all about it. And of course I had to do black and gold just in case I wanted to use it with another bag, kind of like my my cargo tote in the paper straw. That would look fabulous. And I also got one in chalk, and check this bad boy out. So I actually wasn't in the store when they did these. I called her and I said, hey, can I get some hang tags? These are the colors. This is what I wanted to say. So I thought that when I said my name, it was gonna be kind of like this one. So when I opened up the package, I was like, oh man, that is very large. I like that it's gold, but yeah, that's a little, that's very big, mini right there. But I don't know, I still think it's kind of cute. So I could put this on other bags as well. I might just have this as decoration, I don't know, but I thought it was pretty cool. But I don't know, you guys, I don't know what to tell you. I love it. I absolutely adore this bag. This color, dude, this color, you guys, I feel like this just screams fall, right? Maybe it's just me, but I just like the warmth that it has to the color. And they did get a little excited with the varnish here. I do have a little bit of excess on that part of the suede. But there is one thing that I think would have made this bag a little bit better. And maybe it's just me, but I just thought I'd mention it just in case. I'm really not the biggest fan of some of the interiors, the interior material that Coach uses for their bags. Like, I think it would have been nice if it would have been suede on the inside, or maybe if it was regular leather instead of the microfiber. I just feel like it sometimes takes away from it. I feel like it kind of cheapens the bag to a certain extent. Because if you have this much beautiful richness going on the exterior, it would be nice to have that on the interior. And I know that they probably didn't go that route specifically with the suede because, I mean, you're going to be able to see the scratches of your nails if you go for your bag, if you go for your phone or what have you. You know, suede is not very forgiving when it comes to scratches for the most part. So I understand that, but from a consumer standpoint, in terms of their price point, I think it would have been nice if it would have had leather. Maybe not suede. Maybe if they had a different type of leather finish in here, maybe would have been a little bit better than the microfiber. That might be asking too much, but I still think that it has a fabulous price point, and for the quality that you're getting, it's just, I feel like Coach 100% knocked it out of the park with this silhouette, because it's like the best of both worlds. You still get some of the details from the Empire, but if you want the regular Empire, but if you want something a little bit more user-friendly, again, the way that I see myself using it, I see this as more of a user-friendly everyday type of bag, whereas the other one would be perfect for travel or would be perfect for work, because I think if I had the regular Empire, I might just be compelled to carry everything in there, and it would make for a very, very heavy bag, you know, in addition to it being a little bit overwhelming on my body frame. But I mean, I think that this is great. The low profile allows you to see everything at a glance. It's very spacious. It's not too long. It's not overwhelming. I love the strap drop that it has on here. Because it does give you a little bit more freedom with the type of clothing that you're wearing. So if you want to go again for that sweater or for a little bit of a thinner jacket, you have that option as well. And just the suede to me is, as I said before, the cherry on top of the details of this bag. So I'm a huge fan. I am a huge, huge fan. But now I see why people are so obsessed with the regular Empire, because I didn't have a chance to play with it. Anytime I went into the Coach store, I never played around with the Empire. And to be honest with you, I thought that it was, for a moment, I was like, dude, I think that people are maybe overhyping it. Is it really that great? Is it really that great? You know, shame on me, because it is that great. Like, I see why people love the Empire so much, because like I said before, it would make for a great travel bag, a great work bag. The leather on it, my goodness. Okay, besides the suede, because the suede one is just like a 10 out of 10. The regular leather Empire, it feels so soft. It feels incredible. That bag feels like it should be a lot more expensive because of the material. And I feel the same way about this. Like, this does not feel like a $450 bag at all, at all. It feels like if someone told me that this bag, you know, if they covered my eyes and they're like, you know, feel the material, and if I knew about the silhouette beforehand, if they said that this bag was going to be $1,200, I would absolutely believe it. No, like, no questions asked. It does not feel like a $450 bag at all. Like I said before, Coach 100% knocked it out of the park with this silhouette, and I think it is incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, you guys, so that does it for my Coach handbag unboxing. What did you think? Did it surprise you? Are you a fan of suede? Are you a fan of the Empire carryall? Are you a fan of the Coach Empire in general? Let me know in the comment section down below. But I hope that you guys were able to get a little bit more info, especially if you're looking to add this bag to your collection. But I love you to the moon and back. If you enjoyed this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day.